Welcome back to my 6th and final season of my South City Triceratops Walk-On Dynasty. Today we get to take on the 7-4 Florida Gators as we try to finish the regular season undefeated, but there are a few other things that will happen in this episode. Like for the first thing, we will figure out who is going to the college football playoffs. We will take the top 12 teams and put them into a bracket. The top 4 will get a bye week in the first round. So I'm hoping we can finish up here in the top 4, but I think these other teams will all have conference championship games, which is not something we have. And we will also find out if quarterback Keith Hayes can win a second straight Heisman Trophy. He is still currently the favorite to win it again. But now let's take a look at the Florida roster. They have a 90 overall left end at the top of their team, an 87 overall safety, an 87 overall outside linebacker, an 85 overall corner, and an 84 overall corner, an 84 overall running back, 83 overall outside linebacker, so a lot of their best players are over on defense. Their quarterback, though, is only a 73 overall in Alex James, and then over here at wide receiver, they have an 80 overall in Gerard Hutchinson. This will also most likely end up being our final home game in South City because the second round of the playoffs is when all of the bowl games actually start, so if we miss the first round with a bye week, this will be the final game we play in our stadium. And we appear to have some nice weather for this game as they will send it back to Matt Stevens. We are going to try to return this from about the 3-yard line here, and the blocking's not really going to hold up. We get brought down after about a 20-yard return. So out comes the high-powered Triceratops offense. Out of shotgun, we'll give a counterplay to Nelson, who is met in the backfield. That's a loss of 3 to start things. Now on 2nd and 13, back in shotgun. We'll run the play fake. Looking to go downfield, we will throw it over the middle. Caught by Joel Taylor, who got absolutely leveled, but holds on to it for the first down. Now we come back out in shotgun one more time. Hayes will take the snap, and it's a quick throw to the outside, caught by Taylor, and that's going to be a gain of about 7 yards. Now we face a 2nd and 3. Hayes will once again look to pass. We're going to fire this over the middle. That's caught by Joel Taylor, who makes the linebacker miss, but he is able to trip him up. We're brought down about the 45-yard line of Florida. Another shotgun set for the Triceratops. We'll take the snap. It'll be an option play that we hand off to Nelson, and that's just going to be a gain of about 4 yards. Obviously, that sets up a 2nd and 6 for the Triceratops. Hayes out of shotgun. We'll run the play action. Once again, we're going to go over the middle, and that is a drop by Matt Stevens. Why did you try to catch that one-handed? I sort of feel like there was really no reason to attempt that, but now a 3rd and 6. Hayes out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass. We're going to go to Stevens again. This time he makes the catch with 2 hands and has the first down for a gain of 19. Now we come out in a pistol set. On first down, we will hand off to Nelson, who goes up the middle, makes several people miss, and ends up with a first down run for a gain of 12 to set up a 1st and 10. And this might as well be a 1st and goal because we are just outside the 10-yard line. With a 5-wide set, we'll take the snap and a quick throw to the end zone, caught by Josh Bain, and a touchdown for South City. Florida would start this drive at their own 25-yard line with a 2-yard carry. So now a 2nd and 8. They're going to go back to the running back again, and he is met in the backfield, and that sets up a 3rd and 10. So now they face a possible 3 and out. They come back in shotgun again. From about the 26-yard line, James will drop back, looking for a quick pass. It's a screen to the outside, but he runs into his own blocker, still standing somehow, and is finally brought down. They will have to punt this one away. Following the punt, we begin at our own 30-yard line to start the next drive. Out of shotgun, Hayes will drop back. It's a screen to the outside. Nelson has blockers on the edge. He has the first down. Now Nelson down the sideline into Florida territory. That's a 27-yard play. Lining back up in shotgun yet again. Hayes will take the snap, run the play action. Now looking to go deep downfield, trying to escape the pressure, and we are going to get sacked for a loss of 9. That one is fully on me. Being completely honest, I didn't even look for the underneath routes. I was trying to hit that post route all the way downfield. It never came open. But now a 2nd and 19 out of shotgun. We'll drop back to pass. And we're going to fire this one over the middle. Caught by Donald Johnson, who will fight and get close to the marker. They rule it a 3rd and 1. Well, can we convert, or are we settling for a field goal? On 3rd down, it's an option play that we hand off to Nelson, and he will have the first down to keep the drive alive with a 3-yard carry. Now we come out in a wildcat formation. Nelson's lined up at quarterback. We send Coleman in motion. He fakes that. Now he's going to throw this one downfield, but that's going to be wildly inaccurate. Don't really know why I tried that one, but now 2nd and 10. We'll send Nelson in motion, take the snap, and we'll throw this one out to our running back. On the outside, he makes one man miss, breaks that tackle, and is brought down to bring up a 3rd and 3. Another chance for Florida to get our offense off the field. On 3rd down, it will be an option play, but Hayes is hit in the backfield. What happened to the blocking? We will just settle for a field goal, so Ryan Roden comes out for about a 43-yard attempt. The kick is away, and we are up 10-0. Florida comes out of their own 25-yard line yet again with a handoff to Smith up the middle, and this time he will start with an 8-yard carry to bring up a 2nd and 2. They're going to line up under center for the very next play. He sends his tight end in motion. Are they going to go right back to the running back yet again? He is taking a while to snap the ball. No, James will drop back to pass. It's a quick throw and caught by Perkins for the first down. That's a 5-yard play. This should be the final play of the opening quarter. They come back in shotgun. James will drop back to pass. He's going to try to run, but gets sacked on the play for a loss of 1. That sack was brought to you by DJ Handy. So now a 2nd and 11 for the Gators. He's going to send a man in motion. They come out in shotgun. James will drop back to pass again. He's going to try to run up the middle. Gets by a defensive lineman. Has the first down and is all the way into SCU territory for a 20-yard run. He somehow ran directly beside one of our line, but now a 1st and 10. Handoff to Smith right up the middle. He's got good blocking and another first down for Florida. This one a 13-yard gain. Now it's going to be a 5-wide set from the SCU 30-yard line. James will drop back to pass. Standing in the pocket. He's going to look to run here. Gets to the outside. There is nobody defending the middle of the field, and he gets all the way down to about the 10 for another 20-yard carry. That brings up a pistol set. It's a 1st and 10 from just outside the 10. He'll take the snap, handoff to Smith, who goes up the middle, and he'll fight his way down to about the 5-yard line. On 2nd and 5, James comes out in a pistol set. He'll take the snap, handoff to Smith, who goes up the middle, is met by a man, and is going to get brought down in the backfield. That sets up a 3rd and 6 now. Will our defense be able to hold them out of the end zone? James comes out in a shotgun set with Smith at running back. He'll take the snap and looks to pass. Dancing to the outside. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. He gets sacked, fumbles the ball, and SCU has recovered it deep in their own territory. So Florida finally puts together a drive here, but then gets sacked on the play, and the quarterback can't hold on to it. He was clearly not down there. It was Jason Newby on the sack and the forced fumble. Now on 1st and 10, we'll hand this one to Orlando Holt, and there's not going to be much space. That's a loss of 1. Now out of a shotgun set, we'll take the throw to the outside, caught by Johnson. That sets up a 3rd and inches. So now Florida does have a chance to force a 3-and-out following the turnover. On 3rd down, it's going to be an option. Hayes will keep himself to the outside, and Keith Hayes breaking tackles. He's still standing to the outside and fights his way all the way to the 40, a 22-yard run. On the following play, I would give our quarterback a break and hand off to Joe Nelson for a 4-yard play. So now it's a 2nd and 6. Hayes from under center will run the play action. Looking to go deep downfield. We're finally going to let this one go, and that's going to be Joel Taylor, who can't come down with it. 3rd down. Will we keep this drive moving here? Hayes out of shotgun. Will drop back to pass. Rolling to the outside. A wide open man downfield, but waited way too long to throw that, and it gets intercepted. So they counter our turnover with a turnover of their own. And that was just a textbook play of what not to do as a quarterback. 1st and 10. They come out in a wildcat formation. Smith will take the snap. He keeps it himself and runs into his own blocker. I don't even know if any one of us touched him. Now it's a 2nd and 8. He lines up at the 50-yard line. He's going to come out under center. James will drop back to pass. He's going to try to run, but gets sacked on the play for the 2nd time today by Jason Newby. I would actually like to apologize real fast. That was not Jason Newby. It's Freddie Roberts. I don't even know if Jason Newby is still on the team. But now 3rd and 14. James under center and I'm sorry, that was shotgun. Either way, we get the sack. I'm screwing up calls left and right here, but Aaron Wright gets the sack to force a 4th and 20. Let's just try to put those screwed up calls behind us. I will definitely make more, probably even in this episode. But we start from our own 30-yard line. Hayes will drop back. It's going to be a screen pass to the outside. Nelson has blockers in front, and it will end up with about a 7-yard play to start the drive. Now on a 2nd and 3. Out of shotgun, Hayes will take the snap and looks to pass. We're just going to take this running lane here with our quarterback and end up with the first down for about a 6-yard carry. Now I ran this play earlier and got sacked on it, so we're going to try it again. 1st and 10. Run the play action. Not seeing anyone come open immediately, but we'll take the underneath throw this time. Caught by Matt Stevens, who goes up the sideline, makes a man miss, and is finally going to get caught inside the 30. We are now officially under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Out of shotgun. It will be an option play. Hayes will keep himself, and he jukes to the outside, but can't get away from that man. It's a 9-yard play. Had he broken that tackle, he was gone. Back in shotgun again, still letting the clock run down. Hayes will take the snap. A quick throw will be a diving reception by Donald Johnson for the first down. That moves us up to about the 13-yard line. Out of shotgun, we'll hand off to Joe Nelson, who will make some people miss and end up with about a 4-yard carry. We are under a minute to play in the half. And we've actually let the clock run down quite a bit more. About 20 seconds to play now for a 2nd and 6. We'll take the snap and look to pass. Rolling to the left side. Breaks that tackle and he gets met and brought down. And we're going to probably call a timeout at about 10 seconds to go. So if we don't get this, we at least get a field goal and leave them very little time. Out of a pistol set, Hayes will take the snap and roll it to the outside. He's got a lane and he just gets into the end zone himself. We go up 17-0 right before halftime. With 6 seconds to go, they're going to hand off to Smith, who goes to the outside, and he jukes to the edge, has the first down, breaks the tackle, and is finally leveled. He gets a 24-yard run to end the half, but at least we stopped him. And Miami would get the ball to start the second half. With a 3-yard run, it's now a 2nd and 7. They would start at their own 25, but now James will drop back to pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked again, this time to bring up a 3rd and 14. Was that Freddie Roberts for a 3rd time? It sure as hell was. That brings up a 3rd and 14 now for their offense. James is back in shotgun. Smith is still at running back. He's going to send another receiver to this side of the field. James will drop back to pass. Looking to go downfield. He's going to find a man open. That's caught by Red, and they convert for a 19-yard play. Now at their own 40-yard line with a brand new set of downs. He lines up under center. It's a toss to the outside, and Smith has a lot of room on the right side, but doesn't have a ton of speed. Still picks up the first down, though. They are now in South City territory with a first down. He's going to run a play action. He's going to lob it over the middle, caught by Hutchinson for another first down for Florida State. This one, for Florida, for a gain of 16. Any Florida fans, I just incredibly pissed off. They would then pick up a 3-yard run on the next play, so now it's a 2nd and 7. It's another toss play. Smith to the outside. The blocking holds up, and he will have the first down again, now inside the 20-yard line for an 11-yard run. They come out under center on the very next play. Go right back to Garcia this time, who goes up the middle for an 8-yard carry. Officially now inside the 10-yard line with a 2nd and 2. He's going to line up under center. This time they give it to Brooks, and he gets hammered in the backfield. And that should be Jason Newby. Okay, so he is still here. I just had his number confused earlier. I was going to say, I did not think he graduated, but I thought I could be wrong there. But now a 3rd and 3 for Florida. He lines up under center. It's a handoff to Smith, and he will have the first down and more into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Gators. They make it 17-7. Matt Stevens back to return this one from the 1-yard line. We have not gotten a massive kick return today, and we're not going to get one here. This is only a 10-point game, so they are definitely not out yet. Hayes out of shotgun, will drop back, and he's going to look to run to the outside. Hayes will juke out a defender, has the first down, breaking tackles, getting brought down for a 15-yard scramble. And a quick fun fact, with that run, Keith Hayes has gone over 1,000 yards on the season. On the next play, I would throw an incomplete pass, so now it's a 2nd and 10. And we're going to hand off to Nelson, who goes up the middle, and he's breaking tackles, and he has the first down. I slightly screwed up that call, but whatever. First down, South City. You got the most important information out of that play, which was that he broke tackles and got the first down. But now 1st and 10 from the 50. We'll take the snap, run the play action again, and we're going to go downfield for Donald Johnson, who has to dive to make that catch, but gets a gain of 20. Just a couple plays later, after 2 runs from Joe Nelson, we now face a 3rd and 7. Hayes out of a 5-wide set. We're going to go deep downfield. He's got a man that's going to be caught by Joel Taylor, who steps out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Triceratops. All right, I was wrong. He apparently went out at the 2-yard line, but it does not really matter. Out of shotgun, Hayes will drop back to pass, roll to the outside. We'll throw this one to the running back, caught by Joe Nelson, who was met and brought down for a loss of 1. The only real downside for Florida on that play is that it does allow us to chew off a bit more clock here in the 3rd quarter. But on 2nd and goal, with an option play, Hayes will keep it himself and get into the end zone and make it 24-7. 1st and 10, now at the 25-yard line, down by 17. They start with a handoff to Smith to the outside, and they will begin this drive with a 7-yard carry. Now facing a 2nd and 3 out of shotgun, they hand off to Smith again, and he will get stopped just before the marker, 3rd and 1. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They come out under center for the 3rd down. James will drop back to pass, and he's going to lob this one downfield. That's caught by Watts for the first down to about the 50-yard line, a 17-yard play. And in case you had not noticed yet, their quarterback has not thrown the ball a ton today, but he is 5 of 5. He has yet to throw an incomplete pass. And on this play, he's going to lob over the middle again, and that's going to be a quick completion for a gain of 5. Now he faces a 2nd and 5. He comes out in shotgun. We'll take the snap, hand off to Smith to go up the middle, but he gets met immediately. Only a 1-yard play, and that should take us into the final quarter. We're officially just 1 quarter away from finishing the regular season perfect. On a 3rd and 4, James out of shotgun will drop back to pass. It's going to go over the middle to a wide open man, caught for the first down. That's a 19-yard play. 1st and 10 again, back in shotgun, send Hutchinson in motion. He takes the snap, and he's going to try to run right up the middle. He gets by a few defenders and has another first down, setting up a 1st and goal. Well, before they could get the snap off at the 10-yard line, they would have a false start. So now it's a 1st and goal from the 15, and James will drop back to pass. He's throwing downfield, and that's the first incomplete pass of the day, thanks to Sean Smith. He comes back in shotgun again. He'll take the snap and roll to the outside. He's going to try to take off, and there's only one defender there, and he will slide down to avoid getting hit. It sets up a 3rd and goal from about the 2. He will come out under center. Smith is the one in the backfield. James drops back under quick pressure, but finds Tyler Hunter into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Now the Florida defense is going to need a stop with 7:03 to play. We're going to start with a counter play to Nelson, who goes up the middle, and he ends up with a 9-yard run to start the drive. Not a great start on a drive that the Florida defense really needs to win. 2nd and 1. We'll take the snap. It'll be an option. Hayes to the outside. He ends up with a first down, ran over a corner to get it, and is brought down for a 6-yard carry. The very next play would be another option, and Keith Hayes will turn it into a gain of 7. So now on 2nd and 3. We come out with multiple running backs in the backfield. Hands off to Joe Nelson to the outside. He gets the first down, making people miss, and is brought down for a 9-yard gain into Florida territory. Back for a new set of downs. We'll take the snap out of shotgun. We'll run the play action, looking to go deep downfield, and we're going to get sacked on the play for a loss of 8, so the clock will keep moving. That sets up a 2nd and 18. Back in shotgun, Hazel once again drop back to pass. It's going to be a quick throw, caught by Orlando Holt, who tries to cut back but fumbles the ball, and Florida will get the ball back here. All right, that's a pretty massive mistake from our receiver. So now it's a 1st and 10 from about their own 40-yard line. James will come out with a handoff to Smith, and he is met and brought down for a 5-yard carry. Down by 10 and running the ball with about 3 minutes to go. Do you realize you're losing this game? James comes back in shotgun for the 2nd down. He'll drop back. It's another handoff, and Smith goes up the middle, and that sets up a 3rd and 1. Once again, do you realize you're down by 10 in this situation? You need to start moving the ball downfield. They come out with a 5-wide set. James will drop back. He's going to throw this to the outside. He finds Barber for the first down, brought down near the SCU 40. It's going to sound crazy, but I will take those throws right now rather than forcing it to the end zone and trying to score quick. James will drop back again. It's another quick throw caught by Hunter, and he's brought down for a gain of 14. The clock continues to run. 2:55 to go. Another 5-wide set. He'll drop back under pressure. He's lobbing it deep downfield, but that one's going out of bounds. Now they have 2:50 left in the game. He comes out in shotgun again. James will drop back to pass. And he's going to go down the sideline again. That's caught, and they rule that 1st and goal. I don't know if he was in bounds for that. All right, they are going to booth review this one, so let's see if we can get a solid replay on it. Hall is down the sideline. He makes the catch, and he is clearly out of it. How do you even call that complete at first? They do end up overturning that because that was pretty obvious. But now 3rd and 10. He comes out in shotgun. He's going to send his tight end in motion. James will take the snap and look to go downfield. He dumps it off to Watts on the outside, who will be met and brought down for a 5-yard play. I imagine they will settle for a field goal. Or not. They're going to go for it here. I would say kick the field goal, take the 7 points, and try to get the ball back. Either way, you have to get the ball back. But James will now drop back to pass. A quick throw caught by Larson, who will be met, and I don't think he got the first down. It's a turnover on downs. So now our offense has a chance to just run down the rest of the clock with 2:18 to go. They do have all 3 timeouts. Hayes will keep it on an option and start this drive with a 3-yard carry. Now on a 2nd and 7 out of shotgun, we'll take the snap. We hand off to Nelson to go up the middle, and that's just going to be a gain of 2 to set up a 3rd and 5 as they burn that 2nd timeout. With 2:12 to go, they do have a chance to get the ball back here. Hayes will drop back to pass. We're going to roll to the outside and take off with our quarterback, but he gets hammered before getting the first down. 4th and inches, and we'll punt it away. Florida is going to try to keep this miracle alive to end our undefeated season. The punt is sent deep. Can we at least force a fair catch here? Yes, we will. With 2:02 to go, they start at their own 21-yard line. James is out of shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. He's going to lob this to the outside. That one will be caught by Watts, and he's brought down to the 45. A 24-yard play to start things. And needing to move downfield quick, that is an incredible start for them. James back in shotgun again. We'll drop back and look to go downfield. Lobbing down the left side. He's got a man wide open, caught by Red, and he's finally going to get caught inside the 10. Florida tried to play spoiler here late in the game now from the 7-yard line. About a minute 35 to play. From under center, James will drop back, and he's going to throw this one away. That leaves a minute and 33 seconds left in the game. He comes out under center again. James will drop back and look to go to the end zone most likely. He finds Watts, who will get into the end zone and make this a 3-point game. Our undefeated season could come down to this. If we recover it, we will win the game. The kick is away. It is recovered by Seth Avery, our backup tight end, who will just go down, and we will get out of here 12-0 despite a late effort from Florida. By a final score of 24-21, we'll be heading into the college football playoffs completely undefeated. Really, the only questions left now is Keith Hayes going to win the Heisman Trophy for the second straight year, and will we get a bye week in the first round? The final stats for Keith Hayes today: 16 of 20 for 228, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That interception was 100% on me. Running the ball, Keith Hayes also ran for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then receiving, no one really absolutely exploded today. Joel Taylor 4 for 61, but the only one to catch a touchdown was Josh Bann on his only reception. Then over on defense, Michael Hill leads the team in tackles. Tackles for loss goes to Freddie Roberts, and sacks also goes to Freddie Roberts, who came away with 3. DJ Handy got 1 and Aaron Wright got 1, but unfortunately we got no interceptions. Alex James played a pretty solid game, 15 of 19 for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. They really didn't throw the ball a whole lot to start the game. Brad Smith got 111 yards and 1 touchdown. And then receiving, once again, no one really exploded here. It looks like Zach Redd had 4 for 90, but Watts got a touchdown and Hunter got a touchdown. Now that we are in week 15, which is a bye week for most teams around the country, this is not going to be the final rankings though, because we still have the conference championship games to play. But right now, Syracuse is number 1, we are number 2, Auburn at 10-2 is number 3, UCF is number 4, Nebraska is number 5. It looks like Texas lost to BYU, so they fell all the way to 9. And then Oklahoma is the final team in the playoffs right now. Alabama just outside of it, even though they just lost to number 4 Auburn. But here are going to be the conference championship games. Toledo is taking on Akron. It doesn't look like Akron, even though they're 11-1, have a shot to make the playoffs, even if they win the MAC. The next matchup, Oklahoma State is taking on Texas, and I would imagine the winner of this is going to the playoffs, especially if it's Texas. They should be fine. I don't know if Oklahoma State can jump that high. I do know if Oklahoma State wins the Big 12 and then Oklahoma gets in over them, that's probably going to be a little bit controversial. The CUSA Championship is between UAB and North Texas, and I highly doubt either one of them can jump all the way into the top 12. Now, this game could have some massive impact because Georgia is undefeated, but Auburn is ranked number 4, so if Georgia can somehow win the SEC Championship, that could potentially knock Auburn even outside the top 12. The ACC Championship 100% has playoff implications. Number 5 Pittsburgh is taking on number 1 Syracuse. Most likely, both of these teams will get into the playoffs. This is really just going to be for seeding purposes. I am a little bit shocked that the Pac-12 Championship doesn't really seem like it's going to affect all that much. UCLA is unranked. California is ranked number 17. I doubt beating an unranked team is going to jump you from 17 to 12. This game 100% will have playoff implications, probably even more than Pittsburgh and Syracuse up here, because this is number 13 Penn State. They are right now right outside the top 12 against number 7 Nebraska. If either one of these teams lose, they could be out of the top 12. It is now time to simulate this week. We will find out, I believe, who wins the Heisman Trophy here, and we will find out who wins all of the conference championship games. And for the second straight year, quarterback Keith Hayes will take home the Heisman Trophy. So South City has won back-to-back with our starting quarterback. Well, now let's take a look at the rankings. Akron does get into the top 25 with their win, but obviously nowhere near the playoffs here. Texas is definitely going to be in because they beat Oklahoma State 31-26. This game does not matter for playoffs, but North Texas wins the CUSA. Georgia upsets Auburn. They might be out of the playoffs now. That number 14, I believe, is the coaches poll ranking. We will go check the college football playoff rankings, but yeah, that might keep Auburn out. Air Force beats San Diego State. Syracuse upsets, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. That is not an upset. Syracuse takes down Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh may be out of the playoffs now. We'll go double check that as well here in a minute. California wins the Pac-12, doesn't really matter for playoffs. And then Penn State takes down Nebraska, so another game that may knock a team out of the playoffs. And officially, here will be your top 12. Syracuse is number 1, South City is number 2, UCF is 3, and Iowa is 4. Texas A&M is 5, Penn State is 6, Texas is number 7, Illinois is 8, Florida State is 9, Pittsburgh is 10, Nebraska is 11, so they just get in, and Oklahoma will sneak into the playoffs with a 9-3 record. So really the only loss that massively ended up impacting somebody and knocking them out of the playoffs was Auburn losing to unranked Georgia, and Georgia's now moved all the way up to 18 because of that. Obviously they're not going to be in the playoffs, but they do get to keep an SEC rival out. And now here's your bracket for the college football playoffs. Like you already know, Syracuse, South City, UCF, and Iowa will all have a bye week. So in the first round, Illinois will take on Florida State, Texas A&M will take on Oklahoma, Texas will take on Pittsburgh, and Penn State will take on Nebraska. We're going to simulate those games right now. We will start in the bottom left with Texas A&M and Oklahoma. The final score of that one is Texas A&M 34, Oklahoma 24, so Texas A&M will move on to play Iowa. Now let's move over to the other side of the bracket, Penn State and Nebraska. A Big Ten matchup. The final score is 42-35. Penn State gets the win. They will move on to the next round and get to take on UCF. Now back again to the other side of the bracket, let's do Illinois and Florida State. The final score of that one, 42-31. Illinois gets the win. Illinois will get to take on number 1 ranked Syracuse. And now the only one left, Texas and Pittsburgh. Whoever wins this will get to face us in the second round of the playoffs. If I had a preference, I would say it is Texas because I am an Oklahoma Sooners fan in real life, so I always love the opportunity to play Texas and knock them out of the playoffs. But however, Pittsburgh wins this game 40-35, so we will get to take on Pitt in the second round. So now we have to face a harsh reality as fans of the South City Triceratops. Any game can be the final game of the series now, because if we lose, our season is completely over. But no pressure there. We'll pick up in the next episode when we take on number 10 Pitt.